It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the studios of Quinn Broadcasting here in Millville, and the Winslow Eagles hosting the Millville Thunderbolts. We're doing this game from the studio this afternoon with Tyrell Dunn. I'm Rich Van Noord in Millville. Tyrell not having a season they're accustomed to. They're 1-3 on the season, and they face a real tough customer in the 2-2 Winslow Eagles, who, even though they have 2 losses, they just so happen to be against 2 of the top 10 teams in the country.
Right. I was reading a comment the other day, and it said Winslow had the schedule of doom, and that's exactly what it was. And I was thinking, because they go from playing IMG Academy, then playing Bergen Catholic, and having to play the Prep right after, and they came out with a huge win over Prep. Did you see that James Franklin flew in on a helicopter, head coach of Penn State, and those wins are statement wins, and unfortunately they did lose to IMG Academy and Bergen Catholic, but like you said, they're 2 of the best teams in the country. But the wins that they're getting are statement wins, and Prep is nothing to be played with, and they didn't allow a touchdown against them.
That's right. So the Prep is on Millville's schedule, and we'll be playing the Prep in 3 weeks. So the schedule does not get any easier for Millville. They have Winslow today. Winslow led by a fantastic junior quarterback named Jalen Parker.
Yeah, he's unreal. He has already 5,200 yards on his whole career as a junior. He has passed, I think his name is Prince Drew Bay, who had 5,076 yards with Winslow or whatever. He's already passed him as a junior, and he still has all the rest of this season to go, a whole next season to go if he stays at Winslow. And he's not much of a runner, but he can do it on his legs as well. So it's going to be hard to contain him, and with the Boston College and UConn commits at wide receivers.
Absolutely. So we will see what happens this afternoon. Millville with a very, very tough test. They face the Winslow Eagles. We will take a break, and we will come back right after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Welcome back to the studios at High Street in Millville. We're going to be taking a feed for the Millville Winslow football game this afternoon. And, you know, I'll tell you what, Tyrell, we talk about hospitality. I'm not going to get too deep into hospitality. But if for Winslow, it's impossible for them to offer any hospitality because their booth is so small, it barely fits their PA people. So, you know, they were just, you know, not capable of it. But they are going to give us a feed from their production crew, and we will be giving them credit for that. So we thank them for the feed from Winslow this afternoon and for this ball game. So as we get ready for the ball game, let's go to the starting introductions of Millville players.
Ethan Dawkins, 10, senior, running back.
Marquise Allen, 27, junior, outside linebacker. Monte Smith, number 3, senior, wide receiver.
James Jackson, number 11, junior, tight end.
Jaden Days, number 2, junior, wide receiver.
Robin Harris, 59, junior, center.
Evan O'Neill, number 6, senior, wide receiver.
Sir Gilmore, number 12, senior, edge rusher.
Darnell Williams, number 4, junior, linebacker.
Kenyatta Wilder, number 17, senior, safety.
Robbie O'Connor, number 5, junior, quarterback.
Isaiah Johnson, 71, senior, left guard.
Noah Goodhall, number 53, sophomore, left tackle.
Octavian Spence, number 57, senior, D-line.
Savion Jones, number 21, sophomore, defensive back.
Reggie Holly, number 7, junior, wide receiver and corner.
Isaiah Thomas, number 51, junior, offensive tackle.
Jaden Reyes, number 70, senior, right guard.
Andrew Pinnock, number 56, sophomore, defensive line.
Teams have taken the field, and they're just about ready for the coin flip. Millville 1-3 on the season. Winslow 2-2. And Tyrell, Millville having a disappointing season. So look, I understand you went through some slow starts, but you played, especially the 2019 season, you played tough opponents to start the season. You're in a hole. You have this schedule that Millville has. It's tough for 16 and 17-year-old kids to deal with adversity sometimes. What do you think happens with Millville? Do they respond, or?
This is going to be a tough game to respond to, especially coming off the loss of Washington Township, who was also another good team, like you were saying. But Winslow is not just a good team. They are a great team who've been playing great battles this year. So if Millville wants to make a statement, they have to start from the jump. They have to start from the kickoff, make a statement there, and, you know, just believe in themselves so that they can overcome this game.
So the coin toss has taken place, and we're just about ready to start this ball game. So while we're waiting for the game to start, let me just say this broadcast is brought to you by the Winslow Township High School's very own Studio 106. The entire production is 100% student-produced by the amazing Winslow TV production career and technical education students. Student 106's award-winning content has helped Winslow Township become one of the premier TV and film production programs in the state of New Jersey and the country. Led by 19-year veteran educator and 2025 Winslow Township High School and School District Teacher of the Year Norman Ingram, Studio 106 has won the NATAS Student Emmy, multiple NFL Student Films Festivals, as well as multiple global Telly Awards for the content they have produced throughout the years. Please visit WTHS Studio 106 on YouTube and check out the documentaries and live sports coming out of Winslow. So we will thank them for that. And at the end, as we always do, we will thank the production crew. We have Ryan here today who's taking the feed and making sure it goes over the air today. So right now the national anthem is taking place, so we'll take a break and come back with first quarter action. We'll do that right after this. Our national anthem. Welcome to the broadcast on QBC TV 22. Also, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So I think I shocked Tyrell when I first saw him that in 2024 we had 250,000 views across all of our platforms. So, you know, Tyrell's going to be a household name by the time it's all said and done.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
So Winslow will get the ball to start this ball game. And so, Tyrell, that offense is going to go on the attack first. So this is a big test for the Millville defense.
Oh, yeah, 100%. This is an offense with two, like I said, a Boston College commit and a UConn commit. Their running back is very good. And that's just not to say Jalen Parker himself is amazing, a generational talent. I've said that about Savion Adams, who unfortunately has been injured for the rest of the season. But Savion Adams and Letzier Brooks, and that Winslow has their own guy in Jalen Parker.
Tristan Shepard will kick it off for Millville. And there is the kick. Fielded at about the 5. And making a move and being tackled at the 32-yard line is Karan Ali. So they'll have the ball in good field position at the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the Winslow Eagles. One wide to the near side, two far side, Parker and shotgun. They're going to quick toss to midfield and run out of bounds at the Millville 48 or 49-yard line. That's Nikeer Helton.
That's the Boston College commit who made a big play last week against Prep to help them win the game last week. That they're going to have to contain him. Whoever's on him, whether it be Reggie Holly, whether it be, whoever is on him, they have to do their best to keep him, under 10, 15 yards. Don't allow those big plays.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Parker takes a snap again, handoff, and getting the first down, but not much more, is going to be Karan Caesar.
He also had a big game last week against Prep with a touchdown and a huge gain that led to a touchdown by Winslow.
That'll be a first down for the Eagles at the Millville 48-yard line. Eagles come out. It looks like this is going to be their base set, Tyrell. They're going to have the 2 wides to the far side, 1 near side. Offset pistol. They're going to go with a quick hit and running with the football and getting near a first down. And it looks like it's going to be, can't catch the number, but I believe it's going to be Kamaj Matthews, I believe. No, that was also Helton.
Was it? Yeah, he's a dual athlete kind of guy where he can catch the ball downfield, but he can also torch you on the ground game as well. They're going to use him a lot, in multiple ways.
That'll be another first down. At the Millville 37-yard line. Drop back Parker. He's got a man out in the flat. He hits him at the 29-yard line and plowing his way inside the 25-yard line at about the 23-yard line. And that's going to be, can't catch the number. I believe it's Davian Roman. The jersey's rolled up. I believe it's 18. Roman.
Good game on the play by them, but like I said, we have to contain these wide receivers. So, Jalen Parker already has, about 30 yards so far this game?
22 already.
Yeah. So it's going to be a long game for Millville if we can't stop these wide receivers on the outsides.
At the Millville 22-yard line. Pitch goes wide. Nice job to catch the runner before he can get to the edge. And again, cannot catch the number.
Well, from over, that was Savion Jones. That was a great open field tackle right there to not let him get loose. Had to go low, get the legs. That's all that matters, get him down for a loss.
Loss on the play of 5. And that brings up 2nd down and 15. Parker in shotgun. Fakes, dropped. Here comes the blitz. They throw it up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag against Millville.
I did see a little bit of contact there early, Rich. As much as I don't want to say that, there was a little bit of contact before the ball reached the wide receiver.
So if it's a 15-yard penalty, it will give Winslow a first down at the Millville 14-yard line.
They were targeting Quaid Hendricks there, who's another UConn commit alongside Jaden Jones.
So first down at the Millville 14. So now they go quads to the far side. They empty the backfield. Handoff up the gut. Breaking tackles and getting near the goal line is Nakeem Powell. Gain of 13 and a first down and straight ahead handoff, and getting in for the touchdown is Powell.
It's going to be a long day for Millville, Rich, if our either the run or the pass. We didn't stop neither of them this drive.
Extra point is up. And it's good. 7-0, Winslow. Back with more action after this.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Seven nothing in favor of Winslow. And Winslow will kick off after the 1-yard run by Powell. There's the kick. And I believe that was Ronald Saunders. I think so. Again, not being able to pick up a number or it's 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts.
Let's hope they can make a drive out of something, get the run game going. But with this Winslow defense, who didn't even allow a touchdown against Prep last week, it's going to be tough.
The ball's at the 22-yard line. Millville goes trips to the near side. And they're going to hand it off. And getting to the outside for Millville is Aiden Dawkins. He's got the sideline. He's got blockers in front of him. And he's ridden out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
That's exactly what I was saying, Rich, to get that run game going. And once again, I say it every time I'm on the broadcast, Aiden Dawkins cannot be stopped. You need 2 or 3 guys on top of him to swarm that ball to get him down. But you see there's a lot of arm tackling going on there, and he just keeps his hand down and keeps his feet going. That's all you need.
At the 46-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for Millville. And on that trips formation, Tyrell, Millville had him outflanked. They only had 2 DBs to cover. I expect some sort of tunnel screen somewhere in the game.
I think that's one of the things that you have to, expect later on in the game.
They fake jet sweep action, give it to Dawkins, and Dawkins gets 3 yards to the 49. It's going to be a 2nd down and 7.
going back to what you said, that's how offenses like to set up. You get that trips out. You see how many DBs are playing. And later on in the game, you see if they're still playing that same scheme, that's when you do that wide receiver screen or, that rollout screen, and bam.
It is important, I believe, today, Tyrell, that Millville has to play a clean game today.
Yes.
They have, on offense, they must play a clean game.
Yes. They're cleanest.
2nd down and 7 for Millville. Handoff. Cross the 50, near a first down around the 43-yard line. And it looks like, is there a fumble? And it looks like a fumble, and it's going to go over to Winslow, just as we were talking about a clean game.
Wow. We couldn't even see that from our eyes, Rich, but they were getting the run. Oh, my goodness, that was such a good run, and unfortunately, another mistake that comes in, it's going to bite them in the butt. Start early.
So 1st and 10 for Winslow at their own 47-yard line. Parker back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. He's got him in, and it is caught
by Nikier Helton.
And the ball is going to be inside the Millville 10-yard line.
D1 Boston College commit right there. That's Jalen Parker's favorite target.
They're going to place it at the 7-yard line. A 45-yard toss. And now a handoff. And that's Powell gets to the 5.
Go from the fumble right to a 40-plus yard gain. That's right after we said that Millville need to play their cleanest game. Very unfortunate for them, but still very early in the game as well. So you never know. They can turn it around. All you have to do is stop this offense, which clearly hasn't happened yet. But it's, like I said, still a long game to go.
2nd and goal from the Millville 5. Powell in the backfield. They hand it to him. And he plows his way in for the touchdown.
It's going to be a long day, Rich, for Millville. Haven't stopped the run, haven't stopped the pass yet. Winslow's just driving. That was under a 2-minute drive right there?
Coming on for the extra point. 3 plays on that. 53 yards. And the extra point is good. And it's 14-0 Winslow. We'll come back with more after this.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Winslow will kick it off again. Short kick. And taken down is the Millville runner at the 25-yard line. And returning it for Millville was Levi Feeney Childers.
Millville's got to get something going, and they definitely did have something going at the beginning of the drive. And unfortunately, without that fumble, I think they're still driving. I think they go down that drive and score.
Well, Millville has gotten out of their 4-wide set. I mean, that's their base set, right? So now they're going 2 tights, single back, 2 wides. Or they'll have an H-back to help out with blocking, which really worked for them in that first drive. And we'll see how they progress, but I thought they would have scored last time if not for the fumble. They can move against this defense. Now O'Connor, slant. He's got a man over the middle. It's caught, and that's Reggie Holly. And it's going to be a gain on the play of 8 or 9.
I honestly hope when it comes to the pass game, they stay with that 2 wide and target Reggie Holly a lot because his hands, he has very good hands. He can beat a one-on-one. That slant was amazing. I think if Robbie O'Connor throws it up a little bit, that's at least a first down plus more.
He's got to hit him in stride because you want the yak.
Yep. But still a good game nonetheless.
2nd down and 2. I can sense 2 running plays. Millville needs to control the clock is what they need to do, which we don't have access to in this broadcast. And they're going to hand it off. And getting the first down at the 36-yard line is Aiden Dawkins. See where they place the ball? They'll put it at the 37. That's a gain of 4 for Dawkins and a first down Millville. Again, Tyrell, they can move the ball against this team.
Exactly, and they've been doing such a good job at it. Just like you said, without the fumble, I think they go down that first drive and score.
Now they go trips to the near side. See how Winslow is outflanked to the near side. And it's going to be Dawkins, and Dawkins goes nowhere. So, Tyrell, they ran that play twice. Once it was successful, but Winslow catches on. They've got to have the threat of that tunnel screen or slip screen to make those linebackers a bit honest and feather out a little bit farther.
100%. I think you run the ball out of that set one more time just to see what they go to, and if they're going to bite on the run, you have to do that wide receiver screen. Because not only are the linebackers biting, but the corners are going to see, it might be a run, so we're going to bite too. Leaves a wide receiver screen wide open.
So Millville's going to go 2 running backs. O'Connor hands it off. Dawkins up the gut. He gets over the 40 to the 41. It's going to be a gain on the play of 4, and it's going to be 3rd and 6.
I say go 2 wide and target Reggie Holly with the one-on-one. I'm not mad at that whatsoever. Maybe even run a slant again. See how that middle of the field treats them. And if they hit him in stride, that's a first down, I believe.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6, a long 6, the ball short of the 41-yard line. They do go 2 wides. O'Connor in shotgun. Fakes back to pass. He's got a man, and it was a stop pattern at 12 yards, and he had him, but the ball went through his hands incomplete, and Millville will have to punt.
I believe that was a great play call, Rich. Like you said, he had him, but the ball went right through his hands. Right after I complimented him on his hands, unfortunately.
It was a well-run pattern. It was a very good stop pattern.
And Robbie O'Connor placed it right where he needed to be.
Right where he needed to. And he ran the cornerback off.
Exactly.
So Millville will have to punt, and something they don't want to do is give Winslow possession. Winslow gunner on the near side was offside, clearly offside, and nothing was called, and the ball will be downed at the 35-yard line. Short punt, and Winslow takes over at their own 35.
Not only has Millville been moving the ball, but Winslow has been moving the ball even better, going down and scoring on both of their drives so far. If Millville wants a chance at this for the rest of the game, they're going to have to stop them. They're going to have to stop Nakir Helton on one side and then stop Quade Hendricks on the other. They're going to have to stop Nakeem Powell. And I know it's hard to stop 3 players who are all D1 commits, but it's something you got to do in the sport of football to be able to win the game.
So Winslow will send trips to the far side. Winslow will run the football and go nowhere with it. And taking it for Winslow
Karan
was Karan Caesar, and Caesar gets no. I don't think they're going to give him anything.
I think Millville's doing a good job so far of containing the run, but Winslow really hasn't run the ball much.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter of play with the score Winslow 14, Millville nothing. Back with second quarter action after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
And now, back to the game.
So Winslow will have the ball 2nd and 10 at their own 35-yard line. I hate to say this so early in the broadcast, but Tyrell, this is a big down for Millville. They need to put Winslow in. They need to put Winslow in a 3rd and long.
Yes. I don't even think this. I think every down is a big down for Millville because they have to stop Winslow, and they haven't done that so far. So I think not just this down, but all downs before were big downs, and every down from now is a big down for Millville.
2nd down and 10, and I'm telling you, Parker's going to pass because it's an empty backfield. And he's going to just throw it out, and the ball's tipped. Nice play by the Millville defense to keep their hands up. It was going to be a quick slip screen to the right.
It looked like Jaden Jones was the one who tipped that, and it looked like it almost reminded me of the play that he made in Atlantic City where he had that pick six, where he ran, intercepted the pass because I think that was supposed to be a slip screen too. So Jaden Jones has great contain on that play, was able to tip the ball, so there's no more gain for Winslow.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Winslow will run trips to the near side. And unlike last week against Washington Township, Millville's got them all covered up. They were outflanked against Washington Township. Straight drop back, Parker throws it over the middle. It's caught, but not for a 1st down. It's going to be a 7-yard gain. And we'll check and see who that is. Fourth and 3. And Millville jumps offside.
When it's 4th and less than 5, you gotta anticipate them doing a hard count, and you gotta watch the ball. That's one of the first things they teach you when you step on the football field at 5, 6 years old is to watch the ball. And for our best players on defense to jump off sides, it's to give Winslow another chance at a first, to keep their drive going. It's something.
Millville has to be more disciplined. Two penalties have cost them dearly, and now they give a new set of downs to Winslow. Parker back to pass. Under a rush, he throws, and the ball is underthrown, incomplete. And it's intended out there for, I believe, Quide Hendricks.
Thank God that ball was thrown under because it looked like Quade Hendricks did have a step on Breon Cobbs Jr. right there.
And another penalty against Millville. They're going to call roughing the passer against Millville. So another first down for Winslow as Millville self-destructs. At the Millville 38-yard line. Parker drops back. Here comes the rush. And he gets rid of the ball, completes it.
He did like
and run out of bounds after the first down. Again, Helton was out there. And so was Karan Caesar. I'm going to give it to Helton.
It looked like Jalen Parker did his best Josh Allen flip forward where you're under pressure and you only see the closest guy and you just flip it to him. And of course it worked for them. Of course, why not? Why not? Getting everything their way so far.
2nd down and 2. They try to throw it out there, and I don't have a 12 on my roster.
Eric Worley. That's who it was, but he threw it a little bit ahead of him.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2. Jalen Parker, 5 of 7 for 83 yards so far in the game. Third down and 2. Parker taking his time on signals. He's going to hand it straight off and getting a first down. I believe that's going to be Karan Caesar. And it is. So it should be a first down, and it is after the gain of 3.
Needed 2, they got 3, and that's another first down for Winslow. They're just keeping this drive going because Millville can, they're doing not a terrible job, but they just can't contain the run. And then when they do contain the run, they're throwing it downfield, and everything's going right for Winslow so far in this first half.
Winslow empties the backfield, and they go quads to the near side. Parker's going to throw the slip screen, and getting tripped up is going to be Clyde Hendricks.
Another good open field tackle, just grabbing him by the feet. Do whatever you can do to get him down before he gets more yards for Winslow. That was a great open field tackle.
Gain on the play of 4. 2nd down and 6. Now they go trips to the far side. Near side, Hendricks. Parker back to pass, throws it to the corner of the end zone, uncovered. Touchdown.
I said he was out of bounds.
And they say he was out of bounds.
Thank God, he was wide open.
The safety came over that time, but he was 20 yards off the line of scrimmage because they had trips to that side. And when Helton did an out and up, It was all over. No one was covering him. Thank goodness for Millville, the ball's incomplete.
Parker just did that a little bit too outside. If he would have let him a little bit towards the middle of the field, he was wide open. Now it was going to be another touchdown for Winslow. But thank God, like you said, it was outside and no damage done as of right now.
It brings up a 3rd down and 6. Powell's the running back. They're going to pitch it to him. And he is trapped in the backfield but escapes. Millville not wrapping up. And so finally, forward progress is established, and it will bring up a 4th down after the gain of 2 by Powell.
That was a hard run by Powell. You didn't a hard 2-yard gain by Powell. But like you said, Millville not wrapping up has been their issue all season so far. It's going to be a tough game if they're not going to wrap up, and they're already down 14-0. So they got to fix something on both sides of the ball.
Again, another big down for the Millville defense. It's 4th and 4. It's 4th and 4. Again, trips to the near side. Powell's the running back. And now, timeout, Winslow. We'll take it with them. 14-0 Eagles. Back after this.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
And now, back to the game.
4th and 4 for Winslow. Ball at the Millville 22-yard line. Millville covers up the trips to the near side, and now we have a timeout, Millville. Well, we have bills to pay, so we'll take a break and come back after this.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
And now, back to the game.
When we come out of the timeout, it'll be 4th and 4 Winslow.
I'm assuming Millville wasn't expecting Winslow to come out in the scheme that they did come out in, and had to call a timeout and fix what they were doing.
And look, if Millville can stop them here, Tyrell, look, if they can get the ball and put something on the board, this team does get the second half kickoff. And now forward movement, it's going to be against Winslow, and that'll make it a 4th down and 9.
TJ Maddox, that wideout right there in the middle, I guess he anticipated the snap and jumped off, or false started, moving Winslow back 5 more yards.
Well, this kind of a play, they're going to spread Millville out. I still bring extra bodies.
I would too.
I don't think Millville has anything to lose here. So Powell's the running back with Parker in shotgun and trips to the near side, straight drop back. Parker looks, he throws, and the ball is underthrown, incomplete.
I did see a flag throw on the near side before the camera switched. So.
I believe it's going to be a hold against Winslow. Let's check and see. It's an illegal man downfield against Winslow. Millville takes over on downs.
Like you said, that was a huge down for Millville, and they proved and they stopped them. Even if it wasn't a flag, it would have been short anyway. So great job by Millville's defense for stepping up, and now it's time for Millville's offense to also step up, drive down the field, get some points on the board before halftime so you can have that momentum and then get the ball after halftime and put some more points on the board.
Millville has shown they can move the ball against this team.
Yes.
So now they have to do it. I just think it's extremely important for Millville to put something on the board here and show some momentum.
Yes.
So double wing set for Millville. 2 wides to the far side. And Winslow jumps offside.
I was scared they were called Millville on that, but I'm glad they called Winslow, moving us 5 yards up.
So that is a very good position for the Millville offense. It'll be a 1st and 5. And again, Tyrell, Millville should do everything they can to keep that ball away from the Winslow offense. So to do that, you're 1st and 5. I see 3 running plays in their future.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that they need to run the clock, and they haven't yet, but they need to.
1st and 10, and they're going to pass. That's what, and the pass was tipped, and it goes to Andre Gross. And it looks like no gain on the play.
Sounds like they didn't. It looks like they didn't listen to your advice, Rich, for going for those 3 rundowns. But I would have, because Aiden Dawkins has been running hard this whole game. I'm not sure why they went for a pass on 1st and 5, but
the pass that was tipped and went into Gross's hands. 2nd down and 5. They're going to hand it off, and Winslow's ready for it. And it's going to bring up a 2-yard gain, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. So they were ready for Dawkins that time.
Yeah. I say go back to the 2 wide. I don't know why I really like that, but they've ran out of it and they've passed out of it, and both times it's worked for them. So I don't know why they're steering away from it, but we'll see what they do here to try to get the 1st down.
And they have been running that jet action and then handing it off into the A gap.
Yeah, they are in that 2 wide with the halfback back with Robbie O'Connor, so we'll see what they do.
There's Holly in motion. O'Connor back to pass. He's got a man, and the ball is thrown away incomplete. So it brings up a 4th down and about 3. And what's Millville going to do?
Looked like he was targeting Devontae Smith there, but it looked like it was some miscommunication. As you see, Robbie O'Connor went over there to talk to Devontae Smith on the sideline. So there definitely was some miscommunication there, and Millville just moved the ball the first drive, fumbled, and they can move the ball. They just haven't, proved that they can so far since the first drive.
So Jones will be back to punt for the Thunderbolts. The snap is good. There's the kick. High, lazy kick. Taken by Winslow at the 38. And advancing the ball to about the 44 is going to be Karan Caesar.
I wish you knew how much time we had left on the clock, Rich, but once again, Millville's defense has to step up. I know they're tired. They were just on the field not too long ago. But they have to step up again, stop Winslow, get the ball back, and try to get points on the board before halftime.
At their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Parker 6 of 10 passing for 87 yards. Parker, straight drop back. Here comes the edge pressure. He's flushed out of the pocket. Comes to the near sidelines. And he's going to scramble for a 1st down. In Millville territory, it's going to be at the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball.
I said this before. Parker's not really much of a runner. However, if he has to, he will, and he did that enough to get a 1st down for Winslow, keep the clock running. Their goal is to put points up on the board as well before halftime.
1st and 10 from the Millville 44-yard line. 12-yard gain for Parker. They send the trips to the far side. The running back is Jason Nelson. Parker, straight drop back. Has a man over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended for Hendricks. Good coverage on that play for Millville. That was Savion Jones.
Yeah, Savion Jones, he has really good coverage. But once again, even if that was a good coverage, Jalen Parker is not on target today. He's been throwing a lot of low balls, not giving his wide receivers enough, leeway to catch the ball. Besides the one touchdown pass he threw earlier,
Again, we don't know how much time is left in the half.
But we do know the clock stopped with that incomplete pass. So whatever time it is, it's right there, standard right now.
And Hendricks goes to the far side. 2 running backs as they send Caesar in motion. Now they hand it off. Millville does plug up the gap. And running with it, I think it's Powell, and it is Powell. And Powell gets 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8.
With Millville stopping the run as well as they are, and with Parker being off target for most of the game, it's 6 for 11 right now, Millville's offense has to step up because we are stopping them on defense. And, Parker's arm isn't looking amazing as of right now, but we have to step up on offense when we get the ball back.
3rd down and 8. The ball's at the 42-yard line. Now we have
looked like a false start on Winslow.
A false start against the Eagles, and then we'll bring up a 3rd down and 13.
I think one of my favorite things about football, Rich, is the amount of tattletelling that goes on as soon as a flag is called, especially when it's something like an encroachment or a false start. All the linemen are pointing at each other. It's hilarious.
So Winslow sends 2 to the far side. They start this with 2 running backs. Now Caesar in motion. Parker back to pass. Has a man, throws, and the ball is caught. And that's Hendricks for a 1st down.
I'm not sure exactly what route he originally ran, but with Parker's pass being off target, he had to, contort his body to be able to catch that ball, which it was a really good catch by Hendricks.
Straight drop back for Parker. He throws it over the middle. Nearly picked off by the Thunderbolts.
We got a hand on it. We had a better chance at catching the ball than Winslow's wide receiver did.
Ball spotted back at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Winslow. Millville's defense has been on the field for quite some time in this first half. Trips to the near side. 2nd and 10. Parker's going to throw the slip screen wide open. Millville outflanked there, and getting that is going to be T.J. Maddox, and that'll be a 1st down. Looks like around the 15 of Millville. Millville giving up way too much space, and that was an easy pitch and catch.
Easy. We can't let the wide receiver get on the flat like that and no screens. And even if we do, we have to, have somebody else stop them. Because 2 defenders are going to be blocked there.
And again, wide open, same player, opposite side.
Yep.
And is that a touchdown? See where they spot the ball. It is a touchdown, Winslow.
Same thing, they ran to the near side towards us. They ran to the far side and capitalized on it.
And that was Hendricks on the reception. Extra point by Rashad Emanuel. And the kick is good. 21-0 Winslow. Back after this.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Winslow will kick it off, and suffice to say, with a 21-0 game, it's very important for Millville to do something here. And advancing the ball for Millville is going to be Levi Feeney Childers. And so Millville has it right around their own 31-yard line.
Got to get something going here, Rich. I don't know exactly how much time they have, but even if they, have a long pass, have a long run, have it something. Give us some hope going into halftime, down to 20 plus.
And just to remind the viewers, this is a production of the Winslow Township High School. It's called Studio 106. They have a production crew, and they're feeding us this today. So Millville comes out with two running backs. Holly's in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts at their own 31. O'Connor takes the snap. Fakes. Now he throws a wheel route. Wide open is Reggie Holly on the wheel. He's taking it into Winslow territory. He ducks a tackler, and he is in for the touchdown. Millville responds. Reggie Holly on a well-constructed play.
That was beautifully, oh my goodness. They, was it a play action and he rolled out? That's exactly what it was, Rich. And he was wide open, no linebacker fed out to him. Had a nice spin move up here, you'll see. Right here. Oh, can't touch me. And you just can't catch me after that. Great move by Reggie Holly. Great momentum shift by Millville to put some points up before halftime. Hopefully that switches everything for them, not just on offense, but also on defense as well.
And coming on the extra point is Powers. And the kick is up, and it is no good. 21-6 in favor of Winslow. Back with more after this.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
So the Thunderbolts have life. They score on a 69-yard pass from O'Connor to Holly, and now Millville will kick it off. And Winslow will return. And returning it is Julian Peterson. And he's got room to the far side of the field before he's finally run out of bounds. And he'll be run out of bounds in Millville territory. And that was important for Millville because they had just gotten a little bit of momentum back, Tyrell, and they give it up on special teams.
Yeah, once again, we can't see how much time there is left. But I know Winslow is thinking of trying to put points on the board, depending on obviously how much time is left.
So 1st and 10 for Winslow, the ball to Millville 49, so great field position. Three wides near side. They're going to throw, quick pass, and the ball, it should be, is it caught? They're going to say it was caught at the 42-yard line, gain of 7.
Another low pass by Parker.
Second down and 3. Down the field. The ball is nearly picked off by Millville.
Oh my gosh, one of you guys has to call that. I know it's not baseball, but you got to call that. You can't be competing against one another. That's a pick. That's an interception for us. That's more in our momentum shift if we catch that ball.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 3.
We'll see it again here. Wow.
Pass intended for T.J. Maddox. 3rd down and 3. It's going to be Parker again, and they got to cover that. They got to cover that slot receiver. It goes to Maddox again, and he gets down to the 32-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 10. First down at the 36-yard line. Excuse me, it's a gain of 6, not 10. But a first down. And now they go to the outside, right back to Maddox.
Gain of not much, but it stops the clock for them to give them more chance to take a shot downfield and put the ball in the end zone. Obviously not something ideal that Millville wants.
Gain of 5. Brings up a 2nd down and 5. Helton to the far side. Trips to the near side. Here's the pass into the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown.
Wow, what a catch by Hendricks there.
31-yard pass from Parker to Hendricks.
I was saying they wanted to take a shot downfield, and of course they heard me all the way back from Millville, and they did so. And Hendricks with a great catch right there. That's why he's going to UConn. That's exactly why.
And coming on for the extra point is Emmanuel. And the kick is up. It's good. 28-6 Winslow. We'll take a break and come back with more after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Just as the Millville fans thought they had a little bit of momentum in this game, Winslow rips it away.
Maybe Millville can do another one-play, 60-plus yard touchdown like they did last drive, but we'll see. We will see.
So Winslow will kick it off. Low end over ender, and it barely goes into the end zone.
That's scary.
Feeney Childers has to understand, if that ball checks up inside the 5.
That's a live ball.
It's a live ball.
Oh my, I was scared it was going to take a Winslow bounce. And I wouldn't have been surprised the way everything's going for Winslow besides that one play from Millville last drive. But thank God it did go in the end zone to get it at the 20.
So Millville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. And we can't see the play because the camera's not turned to the play. Oh, there you go. And right on cue, O'Connor with trips to his left. Straight drop back. And we have a penalty. It's going to be offside against Winslow.
There we go. That's something.
Be 1st and 5 for the Thunderbolts. Now, since we can't see the clock, I'm assuming Millville's in passing formation because there's not a whole lot of time left.
I would assume so, too.
Straight drop back. There's the throw. And the ball is overthrown, incomplete. Intended out there for, I believe that's James Jackson.
A little overthrown. That's one of the balls that has to be obviously less underthrown, or James Jackson has to go get it. But Winslow had a better play at that ball than we did. That's how far over James Jackson, that's where the ball was, unfortunately. But as we heard that it's less than a minute left, so that's exactly why they are in passing schemes and passing formation. So hopefully, like I said, we can do that. It's more than one play now, but these two play down the field, get a touchdown before the end of the half.
Saunders in motion for Millville. They're going to hand it off to Dawkins. And he's going to plow his way to the 30-yard line. And it's going to bring up, it's a gain of 4. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. 8 carries, 45 yards for Dawkins in the first half. It's been O'Connor, Dawkins, and Holly all day long for Millville.
It's going to have to be. That's the big 3 right there. Would have been big 4 without, unfortunately, Jaden Days being on the field. However, though that big 3 has to step up.
And now we have an offside against Winslow.
Winslow's eager. That's multiple encroachment penalties on Winslow so far this game.
So 1st down for Millville at their own 35-yard line. So Jackson goes to the far side. Millville goes 2 wides to each side. Back to pass O'Connor.
No.
And the ball is picked off. Picked off by Benjamin Carter.
The guy who jumped off sides, made up for it on his own. He sniffed out the screen perfectly, jumped up, intercepted that pass. I mean, he made up for his own mistake, and now Winslow has the ball with about 30 seconds left in the half. Oh, halftime. Here we go.
So that's the end of the first half. With the score, Winslow 28 and Millville 6. We'll take a break for halftime and come back for more right after this.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
We are back at the studios of Quinn Broadcasting on High Street in Millville as we're taking a feed of this game, so we apologize. The poor play-by-play guy, just terrible quality from the play-by-play guy. I get it. It's been kind of a difficult venture. We thank Winslow for giving us the feed. But anyway, Millville in this game, Tyrell, I think they're just being outclassed in this game. There's a boatload of talent on that Winslow team, and they're showing it today. Oh,
100%. Like we were saying before, Jalen Parker is one of one. And I was telling you during the break, I think you heard me talking crap about him because now he went from 70 yards to now over 180 and a touchdown before the end of the half. But you have Quade Hendricks and you have Nakir Helton, who are both going to D1 colleges, and we just can't seem to stop them.
We can. Let's take a look at some stats at halftime. Jalen Parker is 13 of 20 passing for 182. 4 of those passes went to Nakir Helton, 4 for 70. Hendricks has 5 catches for 76, including a spectacular touchdown grab for 31 yards to end the first half scoring. Looks like Roman had 1 catch for 13. Maddox, 3 catches for 23. Powell, 6 catches for 25 yards. 6 rushes for 25 yards. Helton had 1 carry for 11. Parker, 1 carry for 12. No turnovers for Winslow. 5 penalties for 25 yards, and they had 11 first downs in the first half. The scoring, it was Powell on a 1-yard run. The kick was good, gave Winslow a 7-0 lead. They followed that up with a 5-yard run by Powell, made it 14-0. And then Hendricks on a 15-yard pass from Parker made it 21-0 after the extra point. Millville struck back on a 69-yard wheel route to Reggie Holly from O'Connor, and that made the score 21-6. And then Winslow rips that momentum right back, takes it back with a 31-yard pass from Parker to Hendricks. The kick was good, 28-6. For Millville, Robbie O'Connor, 3 of 7 passing with 1 interception for 77 yards. Aiden Dawkins, 8 carries for 45 yards, and Reggie Holly has 2 catches for 77. Gross has 1 catch for no yards. Millville had 3 penalties for 35, including a back-breaking first offsides that gave Winslow a first down, and also a pass interference that put the ball deep into Millville territory, enabled them to score as well. Millville had 3 first downs in the first half, and Millville will get the second half kickoff. So you're down 28-6, Tyrell. Millville gets the ball. If you're Coach Ayala, what are you telling your team?
Just to do your best, do the best you can. You know you're going up against one of the best teams, if not the best team in South Jersey, and they've proved it multiple times, like we were talking about earlier, playing teams who are the best in the country, not just in the state, not just in South Jersey, in the country. So it's going to be hard to come back against a team like this, and we were talking about it during the break. Just do what you can, run the clock, try to get some more points on the board. Like I said, it's going to be hard to come back from down 22, and you have Jalen Parker, who already has 5,200 yards plus what he has today on the season, or in his career. So it's going to be tough, but Millville just has to do what they can, get some momentum, go in the next week, beat Delsey, and I think they, like I said, just go from here. You know, keep your head high. That's all you really can do.
So you have Jaden Days with a fractured elbow out for the next 6 weeks. So that puts him, if Millville makes the playoffs, it would be week 2 of the playoffs, if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I'm saying that when you're talking about Millville. But let's just go ahead and try to. Of course, the team's not going to do this, but we can, because we're announcers. This is what we do. Let's take a look at the schedule the rest of the way. Next week we have Delsey, and based on the way we're playing right now against this Winslow team, I think we've had a good chance to beat Delsey.
Yeah.
Delsey has had big-time problems. They got blown out by Washington Township. And then Millville has a much-needed bye, and then they come in with Cherokee. Cherokee started the season with a win over Middletown South, and then runaway win over Lenape. But what I found out last night is everybody's getting a runaway win against Lenape, so that wasn't much of a win for them. But then they had 2 straight losses, and not by just a little bit.
Right.
So I think Millville has a chance to beat that Cherokee team. So that would put them, if they were to lose today, it would put them at 3-4 going into that prep game. And let's just say they lose and go 3-5. The power points are there. I think puts Millville into position to be at least on the road, and possibly maybe a 7 seed,
right?
And get that one home game to get to that week 2. What do you think?
I agree with you. I think they have a good chance these next 2 weeks, or within the next 2 weeks, that they actually do play a game against Delsey and Cherokee. It's going to be a tough game to go up against the prep, especially the way they've been playing. But they're not. I don't think they're playing terrible today.
No.
I just think
not
Winslow
clean.
not clean, and Winslow is just that good.
Yes.
But I think if they play like this, if they clean up a little bit, then I think it's going to be a statement win against Delsey, statement win against Cherokee, and I think they put up a good run for Prep's money in that last week of regular season.
And I think the turning point in this game was Millville's first drive. And as you can see, the schedule for Millville, and of course we wound up on Thanksgiving Day against Vineland. Vineland is having kind of a down year as well. So we'll see about that game as we get closer. But the turning point in this game, I believe, Winslow takes the ball. They drive right down the field at 7-0. Millville doing everything they did. They're going double. They're doing double H back sets, single back, 2 wides, and they're trying to run power football against Winslow. They had some success getting out of their own territory, but then they fumble the football.
Yeah.
And that's what really, and then Winslow scores 14-0, and the game's out of control already for Millville.
Like, it's like in a snap of an eye. It's like you are driving down the field, and then boom, now you're down 2 scores. And now you have to come back, and that's against a team like Winslow.
Right.
It's going to be hard to claw back. And you can't do that against any team in high school. It's going to be tough because, I mean, you can't, like we seen against the AC game. They were up by 2 scores, and then it's like they took their foot off the gas pedal, and AC came back. So you really can't do that, but against a team like Winslow, you really can't do that. You have to start from the kickoff, and your mistakes are magnified. Yes. Right. So that fumble cost Millville dearly. So then after it's 14-0, after they score, Millville punts it back. Then Winslow's driving. They have a 4th and 3, and Millville goes off sides, and you give them a first down, and they score again. Yep. You're going down 21-6, and then we finally get that one play from Reggie Holly who had, wheel route, spin move, can't catch me. And I'm like, oh, we're going to have some momentum going into half, and then Winslow scores again. So it's like everything is going Winslow's way with that great catch by Quaid Hendricks to end the half. But it's, and then we have an interception as well.
At the very end of the half.
At the very end.
At the very end of the half. I do believe that in that situation, the screen was a good call.
Yes.
But you got to deliver that ball.
Yes.
It was a great play by the linebacker coming off the edge, Ben Carter. Yeah. Did a great job of reading that screen. He really did a great job, and that's just balling. That's being a football player.
Yes, that's what I love. I love that. I mean, Jaden Jones had that kind of play against AC, but we haven't seen a big play yet besides a Reggie Holly play. And like I keep going back to the Winslow. Just they're such a good team. It's hard to have those big plays, but when you do, you have to capitalize on them. And then when we have that big play, and then let them score right away.
And in the trenches, Tyrell, I don't think they're overmatched in the trenches. No. They're actually holding their own in the trenches because Winslow has 229 yards of offense, but 182 is through the air.
Through the air, right.
So they're not doing a whole lot on the ground.
No.
So Millville at the point of attack is holding their own. It's just that Winslow has such athletes on the outside. It's just that Millville has a very tough time staying up with them, and it doesn't help that when you run that 3-wide set, that you're allowing that middle receiver in that 3-wide set, nobody's covering.
Yeah, and we've seen TJ Maddox has 3 catches for 23 yards. I believe all of them are from that trip set and him just being open in the flat.
Being wide open. So you have to cover everybody and bring somebody up. And Millville has been the victim of that pass on 2 or 3 occasions this afternoon. So Millville will get the ball to start the second half. And, in this situation, if you're a Millville fan, Millville should be working on the things to get better for the next 3 games and to go into the playoffs. Because if they're 1-4, they're going to have 8 games on the ledger for the that count for the power points. And so the focus should be on Delsey and also Cherokee and also the prep. So the second half should be used to get better.
Yes, that's exactly what that's why when you asked me what Ayala is saying, that's why I said just go out there, keep your head high, and do what you can to work on what you need to work on for those next 3 games to end the season high or end the regular season high, hopefully go into the postseason and take that momentum from the end of the regular season and just thrive off of it.
We're at halftime. It's 28-6 in favor of Winslow, and how about that? We stopped talking, and they're back on the field and ready to start playing again.
We timed it perfectly.
Ryan might not be happy we didn't have a break, but we will be paying bills throughout the second half as well. So we'll get there. So Winslow will kick off as we start the second half of play. So let's see if Millville can get some sort of sustained drive together against this Winslow defense.
What do? Do they go back to that fake handoff to the wheel route? Does Winslow forget about it, and do they run it again? Do they score off of it again? What do you think?
I think what Millville has to establish is I like the idea of that jet action to feather out the linebackers and give Aiden Dawkins a bigger crease in that defensive line, but they actually have to run that jet sweep.
Yeah.
You got to run it.
Yeah.
And have them honor it. And
Yeah.
make them, even if it goes for no yards.
Yeah. I believe that as well. And I don't mind them running that 2 wide set with that slant to Reggie Holly. I wasn't mad at that at all.
And so Millville has got it, trying to return it, and great coverage by the Winslow special teams hems Millville right around the 20 or just inside the 20-yard line. So Millville will have it 1st and 10, and it looks like Millville's going to be deep in their own territory at their 17.
Start with the run game again. That 2 wide set run game, that's what Aiden Dawkins was doing very well on that first drive before he fumbled. So I think they go back to that to start off the second half.
1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts. Reggie Holly by himself to the near side. 2 wides to the short side. They're going to throw it out, and Connor is going to be sacked. Coming up for the sack was Kamaj Matthews. And so Millville's going to be put in a 2nd and long situation.
That was an RPO setup, but Winslow just got to the backfield way too quick. I think if you run that ball, because they're contained, because the D ends are coming so far up, I think you get some yards out of that. Instead, you lose yards because of the sack.
And that's going to be a 6-yard loss, 2nd and 16. Millville comes out, 2nd down and 16. So they're already in a very precarious position. Now they're trying to find their places on the field. Millville is going to go double wide to the near side. O'Connor in shotgun is going to hand it off. And that's Holly with his first carry of the day. And they're going to mark him forward progress to the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 1 for Holly. That's going to be 3rd and 15. Something Millville didn't want to start this second half is to put themselves behind the sticks. And now they find themselves in the 3rd and 15.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We're talking about them coming out in this half and getting better for their next 3 games, and they start off with a sack and a 1-yard gain. It's not what we were looking for.
I was always a fan in this situation of the deep dig pattern, but we'll see what happens here. O'Connor's in shotgun. They're going to fake it. They're going to throw the wheel, and it's overthrown. Holly again. They go back to the play, but the ball's too tall for Holly, and Millville will have to punt.
Not a good start for Millville whatsoever. And with this punt, it'll still probably be in Millville's territory for Winslow. Great territory. They've had good territory starting territory for their whole game, so we'll see. See if the defense can step up like they did a little bit in the first half.
So Jones back to punt. And it looks like Jaden Jones in his own end zone, real close to Route 73 back there. And there's the kick. And the ball will be downed. Maddox lets it roll. Excuse me, it was Hendricks lets it roll, and it'll be downed at about the 47-yard line of Millville.
See what the defense can do. It's not easy to contain this Winslow offense as we've seen. They are down 22, but it's not the end of the game. But once again, they show some light, show what you can do, and get ready for the next 3 games.
1st and 10 for Winslow at the Millville 47-yard line. Parker's going to throw a little flare pass to a wide open
Eric Worley.
So that's Eric Worley, and Worley will get down to the Millville 38-yard line. Check at the 39. It's a gain of 8.
I think once you see Worley shuffling over to his left side, you have that outside linebacker shadow him so he doesn't get a gain of 8. He might get a gain of like 2 or 3, but that's better than 8.
Second down and 2. Another flare pass, and the ball's knocked away, incomplete.
There we go. That's Jaden Jones again with another swatted pass down. And they were trying to run that same play to the far side, but good thing that Jaden Jones was there to swat that down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2.
Winslow's probably just gonna run a inside zone or a halfback draw here.
At the 39-yard line, 3rd down and 2. 4 wides in for Winslow. They're going to hand it off, and Millville sniffs it. Does he get to the 1st down?
It's going to be close for
That's going to be Powell, I believe.
Giving him the 1st down.
And they're going to say that Powell stretched it out for 2 yards and a 1st down. So again, Millville not outclassed on the line of scrimmage.
Not at
Millville's
all.
doing a good job.
They're doing a great
Powell
job.
has 7 carries for 27 yards.
They're doing a great job in the trenches. It's just the outside talent is just beating them.
Parker back to pass. Has a pocket, throws it deep, and the ball is overthrown, incomplete, intended for Helton.
And once again, if that ball was on target, that's a touchdown, unfortunately. He had to step on Savion Jones there. But that's exactly that outside talent we were talking about. You know, they're quick, they're shifty, they're fast. I mean, that's hard to contain.
Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the Millville 37-yard line. Trips to the far side. Hendricks to the near side. Powell's the running back. 2nd and 10. They're going to throw that screen out there, and it's going to go to Helton. Helton breaks tackles. He's going to go. Touchdown. Nakir Helton. It's now 34-6.
Hopefully we get a replay here. Yeah, we do. Good blocking by Winslow's wide receivers, and Reggie Holland just gets beat by 1 step. That's all it needed for Nike Helton to get in for the score. That's all, you know. It seems like it's easy for Winslow right now. I mean, when Millville comes out, gets sacked on the very first play, has only a 1-yard gain and then an incomplete pass. Winslow comes out and scores right away.
And Winslow has to bring on the 11th player. Waiting for Emmanuel's extra point kick. Snap is up, and it is good. 35-6 Winslow. Back after this.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Waiting for the kickoff after the 37-yard touchdown pass to Nikir Helton from Jalen Parker, and Winslow is running away with this 35-6. And the ball is going to get into the end zone barely as Ronald Saunders let it go.
Again.
And the ball barely rolls into the end zone. So first down for Millville at their own 20.
They are too trustworthy in this Winslow grass. I get they're used to playing on turf because their home field is turf, but you gotta know in grass it's not going to bounce as well as it is on those turf pellets.
So first and 10 for Millville at their own 20-yard line. Two wides in the game. Now they motion Saunders to the far side. And they're going to hand it off around the edge, and Dawkins is fighting. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, I don't know if you've seen, but when we motioned our guy, Winslow's whole defense shifted to that right side as well, and that's how they were able to get in the backfield and get Aiden Dawkins for a loss of 2.
That's officially a loss of 3. And Millville has gone nothing but backwards so far in the second half.
Yeah. Sounds like both teams heard the advice that we gave, and only Winslow took it so far.
Brings up a second down and 13 for Millville. Ball at the 17-yard line. Two running backs and tight end. And Holly's going to take it himself. And Holly's going to get 2 yards to the 19-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 11.
What is going on there? Still not a good start for Millville's offense so far. They're just going backwards and backwards on both drives. And then when you give the ball right back to Winslow in your territory with great field position once again, hopefully they can do something on this third down to avoid that.
3rd down 11 from the 19. Offset pistol for Millville. Holly is going to reverse his field. He's got a crease. He gets over the 20-yard line down to about the 23, maybe the 24. Still brings up a 4th down for Millville. Gain of 5 for Holly. So something Millville did not want, and that is a 3-and-out.
2 times in a row just to start the half. That's, like you said, something that Millville didn't want. They want to drive like they did the first half, yeah.
Another punt from Jones. And this one is taken. And running with the ball is Karan Caesar, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown.
Looks like we're jogging out there.
Now it's 41-6.
With that on the field view, it just looks like we're jogging. When Karan Caesar's coming close to the camera, you can see in the back in the background. Looks like the Millville players are just jogging, not even trying. And then Karan Caesar, all he has to do is make one guy miss, not even, and once again, everything's going Winslow's way. Has been since the clock started ticking at 12 minutes in the first quarter.
So Emmanuel will come on for the extra point, and the clock for the rest of the game will be a running clock. Kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a break. 42-6 Winslow. Back after this.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Millville's in a situation I can't recall them being in. Possibly with one of the games against one of like the St. Peter's game or something. Yeah. We may have had something like that, but Millville now will have a running clock because they're being mercy ruled.
Yeah, they just haven't got anything their way.
And returning the ball is Levi Feeney-Childers. And the clock will run for the rest of the game. So I don't know if Ryan can get us where the clock is now, so I can just keep the timer on my phone since it's a running clock.
Just a rough game for Millville all around. You were hoping that they come out of halftime with some kind of spark, just get ready for the next 3 games that we've been saying, but it just hasn't been there.
1st and 10, the ball's at the 23-yard line. They're going to run a slip screen, and Winslow has a ton of speed.
All you see is green around the ball. As soon as the ball hit his hands, you just see a swarm of green. No gain
for Reggie Holly. 2nd and 10. So Millville comes out. They're going to go with an H-back right side, double wide to the far side. 2nd and 10, they're going to fake it. It goes to Aiden Dawkins, and Aiden Dawkins is smothered under. He's going to lose yardage. Back to the 20-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 13.
He got tackled. He ended up on the ground very weird there, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's feeling it, but I think Millville's at a net negative yard so far in the second half, correct? With the sack and the negative play that their second drive.
Yeah, they're at -4 for the second half.
Gosh.
And there's a injury timeout.
That might be Dawkins. Going back to what I was saying, he got tackled very weird there. That's what it looks like. Just watch the end how he gets tackled.
And right there, you get sandwiched under.
And then his right leg is just stuck under there. Yeah, I knew he'd be feeling that one. Hopefully it's nothing serious, though. He was able to walk off on his own power, so that's good. It's always good to see from any player.
It's going to be 3rd down and 13. O'Connor fakes back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to Holly, and the ball is incomplete, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
So Winslow picks it off, and picking it off is Eric Worley. And you can see here, I thought it was DPI here.
Me too. I was looking for the flag as well.
As you can see, Worley has his arm all around him.
That's not Worley with his arms around him, but Worley comes in and gets the
right. That's Andrew Crady, and then picked off by Worley. But 3rd turnover for Millville.
Just Winslow's game.
Again, trips to the far side. Handoff right up the gut. And getting into Millville territory is going to be Jason Nelson. Gain on the play of 8, 2nd and 2. And Millville calls timeout. We'll take it with them. 42-6 Winslow back after this.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
And now, back to the game.
Out of the timeout. 2nd down and 2. They keep Nelson in as a running back. Parker's going to pass it. He's hit, escapes it, then he throws it deep, and it's incomplete. And that's intended out there for Eric Worley. So they're up 42-6, and they're throwing bombs.
I honestly was going to say, Rich, that I don't think that Window's going to take the foot off the gas pedal as of right now, is what we're seeing. Because if they would have connected on that, I think that would have been a touchdown, or at least within the 5-yard line. So I think Winslow, this is another statement win. They want to go to 2-0 in the division with the win over the Prep last week and a win over Millville today. So they want to show people who they really are.
Handoff, and getting to the 45-yard line is going to be Nelson. It'll be a first down for Winslow. And looks like that's the end of the third quarter. 42-6 Winslow. Back with fourth quarter action after this.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
And now, back to the game.
First and 10 for Winslow. Parker back to pass, throws it. He's got a man at the 35-yard line. That's TJ Maddox. And that'll be another first down at the 35-yard line.
I wonder if they're trying to put up 50 points against Millville, just to say that they did, because for them to be passing up 36 points in the fourth quarter, I don't know. That's kind of weird to me, but who am I to, say what Winslow does?
Well, what you do is, as a coach, I can impart a story that an old coach told me. But we'll wait for this play. 1st and 10. And the pass is going to be caught on the far side, and it's caught there by Hendricks. And that's going to go to the 29-yard line, gain of 6. 6 catches, 82 yards for Hendricks in the game. And so one of the electives I took in college was theory of football, which was taught by the head football coach. And he was not much for running up the score on anybody, but somebody did it to him, and he put it in the memory bank. And 2 years later, he had a really good recruiting class, came in, and he put a 77-0 whooping on the team.
Oh, wow.
He says he sent a message to the other team.
Right.
I remember. And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
If you're Coach Ayala, you remember this. Back to pass.
Screen.
They're going to throw screen to the near side. And running down the sideline and in for a touchdown is Hendricks again. From 29 yards out, it's Hendricks, and it's now 48-0.
That was a beautifully run screen by Winslow, I can't lie. Unfortunately, they're putting us down by now 42 points. Set to be either 43 or 44, depending on what they do with this. But just Winslow's game, like I said, from the jump, it's been Winslow's game.
And the snap and the kick. It's good. 49-6 Winslow. Back after this timeout.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Winslow will kick off. And there is the kick. And it does. With this time it really goes into the end zone.
I was going to say, they put their trust in all the other ones, and that one was actually the one that did go in the end zone fully.
So Millville takes over 1st and 10. I'd like to thank Winslow Township for giving us a feed of this game. As I said at the top of the broadcast, Winslow's booth is very minuscule. I would say most walk-in closets have more space than the Winslow booth. So it was impossible for us to get there and be there today. So we took their feed and we thanked them for the feed. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts. At the 20, they're going to throw the slant, and the ball is knocked in the air.
No, they went to a run there.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it was RPO, and they gave it to the run option.
You can tell I got full. These old eyes trying to follow the action.
That's why these young eyes are here, Rich.
So that one, I believe, went to Dawkins then, if he's in the game. So I need to check out which running back it was. So if you can get the running back's number for me, so I can just make sure it wasn't Dawkins. It could be Graves in the game. 2nd down 8. And they hand it off just trying to find out who that is.
That was our best view at it, Rich.
Ball placed at the 23-yard line. Dawkins went off because he went awkwardly down in the last series. He may be back in the game. O'Connor takes the snap, fakes, throws it out. He's got a man, and that man is Kai Bowleg, it looks like. If 29 is the right number. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line, gain of 3. And there's the kick. And Winslow will take over after the punt.
Hopefully they just, keep the ball on the ground and run out the clock. Hopefully they're not out there passing and trying to run up the score even more. Already up 43 points.
So it looks like Winslow they're putting in the reserves.
Yep.
And now we have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 49-6 Winslow. Back after this.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
And now, back to the game.
First and 10 for Winslow at their own 43-yard line. It looks like Nelson, the running back, who's in at quarterback. Check that. And they hand it straight off. That's Eric Loper. And that was Nelson for no gain.
So they have sophomore linebacker Eric Loper at the quarterback spot right now. And when it's got to a point where you have a linebacker at quarterback, then you know something's going wrong in the game, Rich.
No question. 2nd and 9. They're going to hand it off. And running with the football is going to be
Jameer Tillman, junior running back. Looks like Millville still has their ones out there, which, good on them for staying out there, but, it's been a long game for both sides of the ball, on offense and on defense, for the ones today. Just take this one on the chin, You know, you say you keep this one in the memory bank, and you move on to Delsey.
Well, Coach Belton did put in his twos, but well into the fourth quarter and well after it was decided.
Yeah.
3rd down and 9. It's going to be Loper. He's going to be rushed, and they're going to get him. Back down to the 38-yard line, loss of 6 for Loper.
I don't know if you've seen Jaden Jones on the ground there. He was looking for help from his teammates, but nobody ran to his aid. It just shows how Millville's feeling. You know, nobody wants to do anything. They all want to go home. They know this game's been over for a while, and they're just out there for until the clock hits 0.
Winslow will punt the ball away. And there is the kick. And Millville will let it roll, and they'll take over right there.
What are you saying to your team if you're Ayala after the game? Just after game thoughts. You're sitting at the side of the field, about to get on the bus. What are you saying to your team?
Well, you have to have a chin up. There's the rest of the season you have to play. This is a good team, and there are a lot of teams out there that got mercy ruled by Millville in the past 3 or 4 years. So they're on the other end of the stick, and you know what? You look. Everything is a life experience. What are you going to learn from this?
Right.
At the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. O'Connor is going to throw a slant pattern, and it falls incomplete.
Going back to what you were saying, these are like 16, 17-year-olds who are going through the toughest game of their career against a really good team. But that's all you can do.
And that is the end of the ball game. With the score, Winslow 49 and Millville 6. So Tyrell, Winslow had 262 yards through the air. Millville actually held their own on the ground. If I can do some quick math here, 38, 49, 61, only give up 54 yards through the air, 316 overall. To Winslow, but of course you had a punt return and also in there, and just your assessment of the football game.
Like I said, it was Winslow's game from as soon as the clock hit. Started going at 12 minutes. They scored on their first drive. Millville fumbles on their second drive. Winslow goes down and scores again. Now you're down 14-0. It's just all these things are piling up, mistakes, penalties, turnovers, and then on top of that, Winslow is the best team in South Jersey. Right. So you can't do all those things and then have to try to come back from against the best team in South Jersey.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Millville had 2 second-half yards. So they had 2 second-half yards.
Ended in the positives.
To Winslow had about 90 or 95 yards second half. But the star of the game was Jalen Parker, 18 of 28 passing for 262 yards in the ball game. Powell had 2 rushing touchdowns. Hendricks had 3 receiving touchdowns in the game as Millville falls to an improbable 1-4. Winslow goes to 3-2. Winslow now 2-0 in the American Conference of the WJFL. Millville is 1-1, and they have a non-division game against Delsey before they finish up with their last 2 with Cherokee and St. Augustine coming up for the Thunderbolts. So, look, you asked me what's Ayala telling them. They got to get on the bus, wipe it, and say, look, hopefully we can get Jaden Days back. Maybe by some miracle that Shamar Collins can get some playing time maybe in the playoffs as well and put something on tape for his senior year. Maybe that can happen. But they have to win 2 of the last 3 games. The mainland game now looms big as a win. That comeback win is huge, but they have to win 2 of their last 3 games. A 3-5 record with the competition they have played, I believe, gets them into the playoffs. Can they win a game or 2? Sure, but they're going to run into this team again if that's the case. And bottom line is, you may want another shot at them, you may not. But
Right.
if I'm a competitor, I do.
Yeah, and you've seen last year they played them twice. In the first matchup it was 35-7, and then the second matchup they still lost. I understand that, but it was
13-7.
only 13-7
On a mistake that Millville made on a fumble late in the game in their own territory. Did them in, and they really had Winslow on the ropes.
Exactly. So, like you said, as a competitor, you definitely want to see that team again. But you have to win the last 2 out of 3 of the last games. And I'm saying you got to win all 3. Got to win all 3. Keep that momentum going into the playoffs. Win out. Hopefully, be able to see Winslow again, and prove that you're way better than you are than just 6 points. And that 6 points coming off a wheel route by Reggie Holly, which was a great play. But when you don't capitalize off that kind of momentum that for your team and just let Winslow go down and score right away, right before half, I mean, you can't really do much after that. So I hope that they put this, like you said, in the memory bank. Ayala's telling them, chin up. That was a really good team that we played, but also you guys had mistakes again and penalties again and turnovers again.
It certainly didn't. Look, I think Winslow is obviously the better team.
Yes.
But Millville created mistakes that made it worse.
Right.
And that was the problem.
And even in their losses, I think this one and maybe the Rancocas one is the only teams that they lost to. The other two losses, they beat themselves. I was just talking about this with my friend the other day. It's like you lose a game, but you beat yourselves in the other game.
And I think in the Rancocas game, if you really want to go down to brass tacks on that, if they don't turn the ball over twice deep in their own territory and give up touchdowns, basically handing them 2 touchdowns, it's a much different game.
That's why I said maybe the RV game, but definitely this is the one where it's like they definitely lost this game.
No question.
But the other games that, where they're 1-4 now, the other 3 losses, like that's on us. Like we beat ourselves. We are not a 1-4 talent team.
No, they should be like a 3-2 team. Right now is
Right.
where they should be. But they can turn it around because, we've seen some dangerous playoff teams. If you remember, I believe it was your senior year when Millville played a 3-5 Shawnee team.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the play, and Shawnee came into Wheaton Field and won.
Yeah.
Look, you can be dangerous in the playoffs with a 3-5 record. Shawnee wound up going to the sectional final and losing with that 3-5 record. So focus on what you can do and don't focus on the past. Learn from this loss, right? Tip your hat to Winslow. They're a very talented team, but next year or 2 or 3 years from now, they may not be.
Right, and that's why you said you put this in the memory bank. And I like that story that you had of your or the head coach that taught your class, where he keeps this, and then 2 years later they put 77 points up on the board.
77 points on the board.
Exactly. So you keep this one. Ayala keeps this one in the back of his head, and it's like, all right, when I get those young guys up here, when I get those freshman guys developed, or those freshmen and sophomores developed, and even some guys who are like in midget league football right now who are actually shadowing these high school players, and when I get them developed, when I get them here, and I can set a team around maybe one good player like we did with Latsier Brooks, then we're gonna put 77 points or whatever it may be on this Winslow team who tried to run up the score today.
We'll certainly see. Winslow now 3-2, 2-0 in the WJFL's American Division. Millville 1-4, 1-1 in the WJFL American. 49-6 Winslow over Millville in Atco at Winslow High School. For Ryan, our producer, thanks a lot, Ryan. Appreciate everything. We also thank the folks at Winslow for the feed, and for my partner in crime, Tyrell Dunn. I'm Rich Van Nord saying see you next week in Franklinville against Delsey.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.